We're back again with JEE Mains numerical regarding height of tower. This is the concept and this is the problem we are going to do. There is a tower of height h on which there is a body which is being projected. It goes up to a maximum velocity v is equal to 0, where its kinetic energy becomes 0, and then it turns back and falls to the ground. Now the question here is, during this upward travel and downward travel, there is a point, there are many points for which the heights are same. This, let us take it as capital H. Some number they will give you in the question, like 80 meters or something like that. This will be given to us, and they will ask you to find out the time difference between this, delta t. Or they will ask you, that's one type of problem where they will ask you to find out the time difference between A and B, or they will ask you to find also, they'll give you delta t, some 6 seconds or something like that, and they'll ask you to find the initial velocity projection. U will be asked. So let me again clarify. Either they will give you this will be given, U will be given, and T will be the question mark, delta T will be the question mark, or delta T will be given and U will be asked. So here we are doing a classical problem, okay, using sign conventions. Actually, to solve this problem is a very difficult Herculean way, because we need to find first the from here to maximum height and subtract the times and all that. Without that, using sign convention, there is the easiest way. Sign convention method. What a sign convention method is, actually what we have to find out, the traditional way is from here to total time is capital T. From here, the point of projection C to O. C to O time we have to find out, then C to A time we have to find out, and we have to subtract them. Then we will get this time. Is it or not? All that we need not do. We can just use the sign convention method. What is sign convention method? Is they'll give you the S, so that is some 80. S, the formula which we are going to use here is simple formula. S is equal to ut minus half gt square formula. No other special formula. It is also height of tower formula only, but here S is taken as positive. Why S is taken as positive? Whereas in height of tower we were taking negative. Because here what they're saying in the question is the body has traveled delta time between which it was at same height. The question will be like this: the ball is thrown upwards from the ground with the initial speed u. They will give you what is the delta t or time difference between which it was at same height from the ground. Same height from the ground. If you see, from the ground will be asked. So from the ground means down to up. That is why it's positive. The reason is the word from the ground. This word will be used. So this is simply down to up means positive. Up to down for us negative. That is why S is positive. So plus 80 is equal to ut minus, u is positive obviously because u is going upwards. U is positive. Obvious. Minus half gt square. Why? Because g is negative. G is negative from sign convention. So simple. So 80 is equals to ut minus 5t square. Now we have to solve this. 5t square. What are we asked? The question we have to find out in this question is u. What is the initial velocity projection for which the difference of time delta t is given as 6 seconds. For us, 6 seconds is given to us in the question itself. So we have to substitute that. How do you find that? Delta t is simply a difference between the times at which the point was at A and B. So we have to solve this. Bring it this side. Minus ut plus 80 is equal to 0. You have to solve this quadratic equation. Okay. Every quadratic equation has two times, t1 and t2, two roots. The difference delta t is given as 6 seconds for us in the question. So what is 6 equal to? T1 difference t2, or t2 difference t1. We can call it as simply bigger time minus smaller time. So what do you do? We know that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0 is called a standard quadratic equation, and x1 x2 roots have a way minus b plus or minus root over b square minus 4ac. by 2a. So in this question also, what is x1 x2 here? T1 T2. x1 becomes T1, x2 becomes T2. And what is a, b, c? We have to write. What is a? A is this 5. What is b? Minus u, minus u. What is c? 80, 80. Simple substitution. Okay, we have to solve this. How do we solve this is the most important part. I'm solving it, just see. So what are we going to put here is T1 difference T2, no? So delta T is equal to 6. Simply write that first. Delta T is equal to 6. So T1 minus T2. What is T1? I will first write this as T1 with a plus sign. And then again T2, the same thing with a minus sign. And subtract and equate it to 6. 6, the number 6 that they are given. And then solve it, then you will get the unknown value. Only one unknown is there, u, which you will get it. It's so easy. So what is T1? Minus of minus b, minus of minus u, is it, or minus b? Minus of minus b is plus u, plus or minus, actually I'm writing the whole thing, then I will write again, I'll solve it off. Plus or minus 2a, what is 2a? 5, 2 into 5. B square minus 4ac, b square means u square, minus 4ac, ac, a means 5, c means 80, 80, okay. If you solve this, if you write this, what are you going to get? So I am writing both of them individually. U plus root over u square minus, what do you get here? 1600, is it or not? It was, yeah, 1600 by 10, right? This will be 1 time T1 minus T2 minus T2. What will be that? If you write this in brackets, u minus root over u square minus 1600 by 10 again. If you solve this equation, you will get the answer and equate this to 6. You have to equate this to 6. Okay, that's it. So how do you do that? What are we having? You see, u plus root over u square minus 1600 by u plus u square root over by 10 minus, if you open the bracket, you will get here u minus root over u square minus 1600 by 10. I have to open these brackets. How do I open the brackets? This u and this u will get cancelled, so it's a common LCM 10. This whole thing is equal to 6, is equal to delta t. They are given in the question. Okay, u will get cancelled. I'll open the brackets. I'll solve each and every step. 1600 minus u plus root over u square minus 1600 is equal to 6. So this cancels. What are we left with? 10 at the denominator, and this added up. 2 root over u square minus 1600 is equal to 6. We can cancel it this way and cross multiply. Then what are we going to get? You can get root over u square minus 1600 under root is equal to 30. So we can solve this. So simple solution, simple way of solving it. How do you solve it? Squaring on SBS, squaring on both sides. U square minus 1600 is equal to 900. Is it or not? So simple. So u square, the 1600 goes that side, 900 plus 1600 is 2500, 2500. So what is u? Plus root over, plus or minus root over 2500. What will that be? Simple. 25 ka square root and 100 ka root. So it is simply 50. U is equal to 50 meters per second. Positive. It cannot be negative because our sign convention says upwards u is positive. So that is the reason. Okay. Solved. Did you understand that? U cannot be negative because u is positive. Negative is not allowed. Upward sign convention. That's the reason u is plus 50 meters per second. That makes sense from with sign convention. Okay. Next problem, we're going to do it.